Corinne Dufka, who is the director of the Sahel region for Human Rights Watch. Corinne, thank you so much indeed for your time. Can you tell us how Human Rights Watch collected this evidence?
Well, we spoke with about 20 more residents who witnessed the drama. They were both residents as well as traders who came from numerous villages because this was a market day. We also spoke with civil society members as well as diplomats and security experts. They described a dramatic scene in which soldiers, dozens of soldiers who came on helicopters, engaged in a firefight with jihadists who were indeed in the area, because this is an area which has been quasi-controlled by the armed Islamists for several years. After the brief firefight, the soldiers surrounded the village, rounded up all of the men, took them to a place east of the village, and then kept them there for 4 days, during which they took them out in small groups and reportedly summarily executed them.
The political situation in Mali, just for the benefit of the viewers, Corinne, is that the West African bloc, ECOWAS, has given Mali's ruling junta a deadline for the transition of power. So it could well be, I mean, obviously we don't know what the Malian military is saying about this. It could well be that maybe the military is performing these operations before it has to hand back to constitutional rule and for the country to become a democracy. Do you know if there is any popular support for the military junta given 10 years of violence that people have been facing?
Yeah, I think there is quite a lot of support for the military. And there was a large operation that began in December of 2021 to try to take back some of the areas in which armed Islamists themselves had been engaging in very serious abuses. Since that time, however, we have seen an increase, a dramatic increase in allegations against the security forces, as well as Russians who have deployed to the country as so-called trainers to support them. We've also seen hundreds of civilians killed since the beginning of the year by the armed Islamists. So the situation is deteriorating. It's dramatic, and we're extremely concerned about this. We push the Malians to investigate this and to ensure rights-respecting counterterrorism operations, because not doing so only serves to fill the ranks of these armed Islamist groups.
Yeah, it's quite clear now that Wagner mercenaries, according to Western intelligence agencies as well, are there working with the armed forces. How much more dangerous does that make the situation for civilians, that you have these fighters who aren't really a part of anything to do with the local culture?
Yeah, and one wonders if the Russians who are deployed there understand the very complicated and dangerous ethnic dynamics in Mali, and these kinds of killings can make those dynamics worse, which is why we're calling on the Malian. Ultimately, the Malians are responsible for what happens in their countries. They are responsible for ensuring discipline, for reining in these forces, and of course their own, and again ensuring rights-respecting counterterrorism operations.
Corinne, thank you so much indeed for your time. Corinne Dufka from Human Rights Watch.